各位点传师，各位前贤，大家好，阿弥。今仔暗是咱的Sister Rosemarie 大祖要甲咱准备to all master and all talking. Good evening. Tonight is Sister Rosemarie will give us her compassionate guidance. 咱接着来邀请咱的 Sister Rosemarie 甲咱准备。
Good evening, everyone. And
Mm.
first of all, I would like to thank our Heavenly Mother for this opportunity to learn and to share this lecture with all of you, and also to our Buddha saints and sages for their guidance and protection, giving us this opportunity to be sharing tonight. And also, thank you to all our masters and to all our seniors and to all of you who are here right now for giving me this opportunity to share the lecture. So I'm just going to share my screen. Okay. So tonight, I'm going to once again share a lecture that always I find to be a very enlightening, not only for others, but first of all, for me, because this is something that we need to be able to be mindful of, or something that we need to reflect upon on a daily basis. Why? And you will find out why during our lecture. First, let me ask everyone, why is there war? Why is war happening everywhere?
So 咱要讲的前提就是个讲到三毒，咱会讲说着咱甲这三毒这个前提无是咱这个修道人，咱爱了解，咱爱知影，咱爱会晓对待的一寡代志。所以咱头前爱想到就是讲为虾米那有战争？
And why is there corruption everywhere? In every government, there is corruption.
为虾米咱做政府拢也搞贪污，也搞黑白，甲人甲人民偷摕钱？
And why is there cruelty or killing?
为虾米那侪残忍的事情，那侪人咧无照顾人的性命，黑白甲人害，黑白甲人伤害。
Not only for humans, but also for animals.
毋是干那为人安尼，嘛是为动物下咧做一寡杀生。
Why are there sickness and diseases spreading over the world?
为虾米咱遐侪人咧遗传一寡病痛，一寡咱拄则经过疫情。
Now, all of these things that I mentioned, the war, corruption, cruelty, sickness, and diseases, do all of this cause suffering?
即款代志，战争交啥，交病痛，交贪污，拢是毋是会伤害着人？会伤害着咱的两种人性。
Yes, they do. They cause suffering to all of us.
伊互咱生活经过也侪痛苦。
Now, let's look at the four noble truths.
咱的啥是 four noble truth 就是讲，
First,
是真谛。
life is full of suffering.
咱的生活是全痛苦，
And there is a cause to suffering.
咱的痛苦有伊的原因。
There is also an end to suffering.
咱的痛苦嘛是有法啥结束，
And there is a path to end all suffering.
要嘛是有方法通互咱的痛苦结束。
But before we can end suffering, we must know the cause first. what is the root or what is the cause of all these things that are causing us the suffering.
咱要知影要安怎会通食，会通食，甲咱的痛苦解决无？咱嘛是爱知影讲，咱的痛苦是伫倒位来，是为虾米咱会经过遐济痛苦？
Like when we are sick, we go to the doctor. Will the doctor, if you tell the doctor, I have a headache, will he give you a medication right away?
比如讲，你去找医生啦，你甲医生讲，你头咧食，会减互你食药啊。
Hello?
Hello, yes. Nandito ako. Oh.
Okay. So, like for example, if there is killing, if there is corruption, will putting everyone in jail stop all corruption or stop all killing?
比如讲，若是有杀亲无，有贪污无，甲逐个人囥咧乖诶下，互伊坐骹减会互咱诶贪污诶减会咱诶世间诶会杀亲会规拢藏起来，规拢变无去吧。
Just like one of my friends, she was suffering from hypertension. She was suffering from high blood sugar. She was suffering from high cholesterol, and among other things. And then I asked her, "You are a vegetarian, and you are hypertensive. You have high cholesterol. You have high sugar. And have you been taking medication?" She said, yes. How long have you been taking medication? For 10 years. And yet, she still has hypertension. She still has high cholesterol. And she still has high blood sugar. So that means the cause is not determined yet, right?
比如讲，伊有一个朋友有高血压叫 hypertension， 伊已经食菜已经超过10年咯，毋过伊迄个高血压叫迄个糖尿病叫迄个 hypertension 的问题，到即摆还是无解决。虽然已经食药啊食超过10年咯，为虾米咱还无解决？
So I told her, you need to see another doctor because your signs and symptoms, I told her, seem to be coming from a cause that your doctors have not determined yet. So I told her to see an endocrinologist. And when the doctor conducted tests, they found out she had a tumor in her adrenal gland. And that was what was causing the hypertension, the high blood sugar, and the high cholesterol.
So 伊就叫伊去找别个医生，为着伊本来医生拢无甲伊的问题解决啊。了后来一医生甲伊看无，才发现着讲即个原来伊的朋友有癌症啦，有啦，有癌症，了伊有迄个伊有 tumor 无，爱藏起来啦，才会甲即个高血压代志解决。
So, what is the cause of our suffering? Those are the 3 poisons.
咱的痛苦的原因是伫倒位来？迄就是咱的今仔讲的全地三毒。
And we can call this the root of suffering because it all arises from our mind.
了，咱会使甲即个成为咱的痛苦的来源，为着伊拢是对咱的想法走出来的。
And they are interconnected with one another So if we do not try to recognize it daily, if we allow one to arise, the other two will also arise.
因为这个三个拢有伊个，拢是有相连的关系，所以那你一个无解决，无迄其他两个嘛是会一直甲你写，一直互你受到遐侪痛苦，会一直甲你伤害你。
What are these three poisons that I know that you've heard before, but this is a moment that we can remind ourselves to be very mindful of our thoughts, to make sure that these three poisons are not there.
所以这个三个毒是啥物？咱相信讲咱这个传递，咱有听过，毋过嘛是爱甲咱我甲伊提醒者，讲咱这个代志，咱有够了解无？咱有够做迄种解决的方法无？
First of all, ignorance. There's ignorance, there's greed, and there's anger.
有贪，有嗔，有痴。ignorance 就是痴，要 greed 就是贪，要 anger 就是嗔。
Ignorance is the source of greed, and greed is the source of anger. And when we give in to anger, we go back to ignorance.
咱的想，咱的痴是为着咱的贪造出来的，叫咱的贪嘛是为着咱的想，咱的嗔造出来，叫咱的嗔会互咱更加想痴，所以这三个拢是有伊的想伊的关系。
Now, let's start first with ignorance.
所以痴
Ignorance
无是啥？
is the root. Okay, ignorance is the root cause of all evil.
痴就是咱的想，咱的种种的恶的来源。无明的想的开始哦。
So, how are we able to say that? Because ignorance, what are examples of ignorance? I just make sure that I only give a few examples because of the time limit. So first of all, when you say ignorance, it is how is it manifested? First, when you are confused between right or wrong.
所以此是安怎会互咱看会着一个人无够了解？第一就是无分清楚啥物是对，啥物是毋对。
Now let me share with you a personal experience that happened to us recently. And I hate to admit it, but not all doctors are meant to cure people.
所以要甲咱讲一个啥，伊的经验，互咱知讲，毋是拢总医生做代志做甲真好势，毋是拢总医生有法度通甲病人才解决。
First of all, one thing I discovered whenever I bring my mom to the hospital, her most recent hospitalization, when we went to the hospital, they gave her very strong antibiotics, and which eventually I found out that she did not need, based on the tests that they did to my mom. So meaning, why do doctors do this? Because they think they're doing what is right, but actually, it is not right.
所以，譬如讲，咱的讲述的妈妈无，伊个医生有甲伊贴啥物食啥物 antibiotics 啊，会想说讲这 antibiotics 会当解决伊的病痛，毋过伊拢伊个其实食迄个 antibiotics 对伊拢无啥物效。有啥物咱的医生来做即个代志，伊就拢无够了解讲伊的病是伫倒位来的。
They prescribed very strong antibiotics that cost a lot, but it turned out my mother only needed not very strong antibiotics that are not very expensive.
因计贴antibiotics 啥会价较贵的，要收强。不过其实伊的妈妈无需要遐尼强的 antibiotics。
So even though they call themselves doctors, I would say that they are ignorant of the truth.
所以虽然因的工作是一个医生，是身为医生的工作，不过因的技术无够高，会互人讲因啥，伊是一个 ignorant 的医生，一个无够了解、无够聪明、无够啥专业的医生。
Now, another one would be delusion or wrong beliefs.
佮第二个啥ignorance 会指就是无明、唔对的概念。
There are a lot of people who, you know, when they know that I'm vegetarian, they would say, "Oh, I still eat meat. I don't worry because there are medicine."
侪人若是听讲，咱的讲述是食菜无，因拢无对伊个食菜的生活无相信讲，哦，我会使食吧，我敢若食药丸也会互我变健，我维持我的健康。
One person even told me, "Oh, I don't worry about my cholesterol because I take medication that lower my cholesterol."
有人甲伊讲过，讲我基本就无食，我无咧烦恼我胆固醇的代志，着我敢若会使食药啊，就甲我的胆固醇创互低。
But what they don't know is that the drugs that they are taking are actually damaging their liver.
因为毋知影讲因咧食药啊，其实会伤害到因的肺部。
And can cause liver cancer.
也会伤害到有得着肺部的癌症。
Because not all doctors will tell you that.
伊叫毋是讲种医生会甲人甲你讲遐代志。
Another one would be insecurity or fear.
第三就是啥无够信任，无够无对家己无自信，要惊。
And a lot of people worry about their future, not knowing that we are very fortunate. We Tao cultivators are very fortunate because we have because from learning from lectures and from listening to sharing, we learn that we are the ones who create our future.
咱即人咧烦恼讲咱未来会安怎？毋过咱修道人都爱知影讲咱未来，咱即摆通修道是一个啥福气，为着咱咧修道无是创造咱的好的未来。
So why do we suffer from ignorance?
所以为什么呢？遐侪人拢受着啥死的痛苦？
Qigong Buddha said, there are two kinds of demons, external and internal, which is the mind.
咱的济公活佛就甲咱讲过，讲有两种体的啥恶魔，第一就是伫外口来的，第二伫内底来的。咱的内底啥魔就是对咱的头壳走出来的。
And he said that external demons are easier to conquer, but it is the internal demons in our minds that are much harder.
咱的外口的恶相魔会较好面对，较好解决，为着咱拢看会着。毋过对咱头壳修出来的恶相魔，这就是较艰苦解决，为着咱拢毋知影讲咱伊互咱的头壳有偌大的影响，会互咱 判断的做唔对的判断。
Mind demons will disturb your mind and affect your judgment so that you lose the ability to tell what is right from wrong.
唔对的想法就会互咱愈离开啥道路，会互咱愈生活变愈来愈黑暗。
Mind demons lead you into darkness away from brightness.
为着咱的唔对的想法，咱的生活会无分明。
Like the example that I said earlier, you know why a lot of doctors will prescribe medications that you don't need because they are earning from that. They will earn from the pharmaceutical company.
也侪医生咧，互咱吃白药啊，是咱无需要的药啊。因会贴即个原因是为着因会点为着用这药啊会趁钱。
And those attachments for money, for material things, it is the one that disturbs their judgment to tell which is right from wrong.
Ano nga ulit? Sorry, di ko narinig. Sorry.
It is their attachment to money, to material things, you know, the material returns. It is their attachment that clouds their mind from knowing what is right and wrong.
伊会咱的贪会执着无会，互咱想法拢无明。
And as a cultivator, we should not allow all those attachments, all those material things to cloud our better judgment.
咱身为一个修道人，就袂使为着咱的袂使为着钱财产，袂使为着物品无，互咱无继续修道，互咱头壳拢全参心的概念。
So what is the antidote or the cure? Meaning when you say antidote, when you have poisoning, you give medicine to counter the poison. So what would be our antidote for ignorance?
咱会吃爱食的药啊，就是是啥物方法？食啥物方法才会互咱会吃无去？
One of the cure that our Buddhas, sages, and saints tell us is to have a zeal and progress in cultivation.
第一个方法就是爱信心修道。
Zeal means commitment.
爱维持咱的修道的心。
Not cultivating only when it is convenient for us. When you say commitment, even when it is hard, you continue to progress in your cultivation.
咱修道爱坚持，毋是讲咱快活的时阵才咧修道，毋是不管是咱生活过好日子，还是过无好的日子，无咱拢爱维持咱的修道的心，咱都爱维持修道的习惯。
Also to discipline our minds.
爱会通好啥？咱的头壳，咱的想法的概念，爱好我关注好势。
Through listening to our lectures, we learn a lot. And one thing that I really learned is that you can actually control your desires.
咱伫修道无爱会晓控制咱的欲望，
Because it is too many desires that will actually also cloud your judgment.
欲望受罪无会互咱甲无法啦，甲代志考虑好势。
Like before I received the Tao, I will just buy anything that I want. But after receiving the Tao and after learning a lot, I have developed the capability to tell myself, I don't need that. If I saw something, I can tell myself, I don't need that, I don't want that, and eventually I don't like it.
受到进前无，咱也好，甲咱家己讲，哦，咱物件凊彩买，看到感觉水，感觉这物件也介意，咱就是甲也记录家己伫咱的裤遮摕出来买。不过为咱的教师受到煞无都，会晓家己控制家己讲，其实这物件我无需要，我无欠命，我无需要乌白开支买这物件。
And another way is to calm your mind.
嗰第二项无就是会通，嗰个一个方法就是会晓甲咱的心平气和。
Qigong Buddha said something about this. He said, so how can you conquer the internal demon or the mind? You have to calm your mind. Let your true wisdom conquer your mind demons.
你会通互咱互咱诶思无去无，咱的志公无佛就讲，咱会晓会晓甲咱的心平气和，用咱的智慧，甲咱的咱的欲望，甲咱的歹念头解决。
What does Qigong Buddha mean when he say calm your mind? All right. When you say calm your mind, remove your attachment, remove your desires, especially those that are unnecessary desires. Now, the more you lessen your desires, the more calmer your mind will be.
但凡一寡无好的念头，一寡欲望摕煞，啊是咱可能咱欲望摕煞过，咱会愈来愈平心。
Also, he said, when your mind is calm, right at that moment, your original nature, Buddha nature, will appear. When the true self is in charge, all the external demons will be under your command.
若是咱的念头拢清好势，若是咱的心咱也闭，这个时阵无咱的佛性在，咱在看到咱的佛性，了若是咱的佛性无，是咱的主无，咱的歹念头，咱的无明的，则咱会无去。
It's like when you are, for example, in the mall, and your mind has no many desires. Even when you look at things, you will not have the desire to buy them, and so externally you will not spend money on them.
就敢若可能去百货公司，若是咱的念头，咱无迄个想要买物件的念头无，咱佫看到一个偌水的物件无，咱嘛袂为着迄物件动咱的心。
So Qigong Buddha said, therefore commit yourself with true devotion to Tao cultivation instead of fooling around.
So 咱的这个活佛，志公活佛就甲咱讲，咱都爱甲咱家己细心的去来修道，毋是世间七算八算。
So the next one is greed.
第二项无就是贪。
And how do we manifest greed? Through selfishness, meaning thinking only about ourselves.
贪无就是咱做人是自大无、自私无，个拢个咧想家己无，咱就是会贪心。
Another one is through stinginess, meaning you have the ability to help others, but you don't want to spend money.
佫 个第二项无就是无爱帮忙别人，钱拢花条条，无爱管钱，无爱帮人，无爱为着别人做一寡服务。
Another one is through many attachments
个第
to
三项就是
material things.
也侪对一寡物件也侪执着。
Well, it's not only attachments, can also be through people, not only to material things, it could be also attachment to your job, so many things.
执着毋是干那对于物件尔，嘛是为人执着，嘛是为咱的工作执着。即项物件拢会通互咱真执着。
And the thinking that more is better.
了欲望，互咱想着讲，若愈来愈侪，愈来愈好。
And lastly, even the fact that eating meat is actually a product of greed.
食肉无嘛是咱的贪会食一种办法的贪心的一个食来源，就是食肉。
So, how do they catch monkeys in India?
伫印度无，人是安怎会通抓着狗？
They will try to put a hole on a coconut just enough for the monkey's hands to come in, and they will put sweets there that they know that the monkeys love, and the monkeys will put their hands inside and will not want to let go of the things inside. So eventually they will not be able to pull their hands, and that is how they get caught.
这个狗会互抓着无？就是人这个比如讲金蕉放喺这个鸭仔内底，了狗看着无，就手划这个食的物件，为着伊放袂开无，伊的手拢放袂走，伊手甲藏入去鸭仔内底无，了伊个划的物件无，了无爱甲迄个物件放开无，所以伊拢无法度离开个所在，所以叫迄种方法无。 人伊早袂通走，再去抓着。
So meaning, can greed also cause us suffering?
所以贪污会互咱受着痛苦，是毋是？
When you are selfish, when you are greedy, when you want more, or meaning you will not be able to appreciate what you already have, and wanting more makes you feel that you don't have enough.
那为着贪心无，咱拢对家己无感恩，一直讲物件越来越多，互咱越来越快乐。不过其实咱这物件买愈多嘛，无互咱越来越满足，无互咱越来越生活越来越较好。
Now, how do we remedy, or what is the antidote to greed?
要安怎来解决咱的贪心？
So the antidote is generosity.
都会晓写，都要甲咱的写，咱的分享互别人。
Through giving and sharing, through selfless service, and by always being grateful for what we already have.
咱会晓布施，了咱会晓对逐个人对咱的生活有感恩。
According to Luke 6, verse 38, give and it will be given to you, a good measure pressed down, shaken together, and running over will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. What does this mean? I will make it simple. Meaning, whatever you give, you will receive.
所以，咱的信品无就是讲，咱会通，咱有甘愿互人偌济物件无，咱就 会受到迄种福，咱若无甘愿无，咱的福嘛是会足少。
So Qigong Buddha also said, no matter how much you give, keep your mind clear of any expectation of return or rewards.
所以讲无福嘛是讲，咱是无管咱互偌济物件无，咱都爱毋通执着讲啥，咱有啥物期望讲咱会得到偌济，咱会得到偌济福报。
There was a story about an explosion that happened in Libya a couple of years ago.
伫一个国家是利比亚无，2年前有发生一个大的灾难，有所在有爆炸。
It is a huge explosion that everybody was thinking it was the job of it was done by terrorists.
也侪人想做讲这个爆炸无是咱的 terrorist 做的代志。
But they found out that what exploded was a warehouse where fertilizer is being kept.
结果去了解时就知影讲，其实这个这个电器的来源是为着踮这个工厂有收集也侪7百套的原料。
And those fertilizers were kept there for many years.
这个原料无放诶踮遐放遐侪年，
That's why it exploded.
要才为着这个原因才变。
But imagine if they, you know what is fertilizer for? Is it meant to be distributed in the land to make the plants grow?
是毋是咱会想，咱这个百套是应该爱放诶，係咪？
It
是毋
is
是这个
meant
原
to
料？
spread.
咱诶原料是毋是爱放诶百草顶悬，互伊会通食，会通互咱诶食，咱诶植物会通互伊食，互伊饲较好势。
Just like our blessings. If we keep it only to ourselves, if we are greedy for more, it can hurt us. It can explode on us. But if we share it, then more will be able to benefit. Then it will not hurt us, but it will do us more good.
敢若看咱无，咱诶啥财产，咱诶钱财无，还是咱家己收，家己一直咧趁，家己咧利用尔，会敢若伤害咱啦。毋过若是咱会晓甲咱诶福无，会晓分互别人无，毋是干那会当帮忙别人，嘛是会当帮忙咱家己。
Now, the third one is anger.
第三就是啥嗔。
And manifestations of anger are hatred and wishing harm to others.
嗔的啥，咱看会着就是对人生气，想要甲人伤害，这就是嗔的啥的正向。
Now, also another one would be about jealousy.
个第三就是嫉妒别人。
When we are jealous of the success and the abundance of others.
怨叹别人讲，敢若因啥比咱较成功，比咱较有钱，比咱较好。
Now, there's something that I would like to share about anger. And this is from the Three Contemplation Sutra. It says, if anger rises and you desire to harm another being, already you have harmed yourself more than him. And that is why you must often think of compassion, for compassion keeps from rising all thought of anger, evil, and pain.
伫咱诶写一个经典无讲，若是咱为着人生气无，想要甲人伤害别人无，你其实你伤害较大诶对象是家己，毋是你想要伤害迄个人。为着，若是你想要伤害别人无，你诶念头拢是生气，拢是恶，拢是痛苦。所以你都爱会晓对人有自卑心，才有法通解决咱对人对人生气念头，对家己生气的伤害，才会通通过。
Now, anger may not always be outward. Now, be careful, because sometimes you may be angry, but you're not showing it, but it is the internal anger, the mind, that is very, very poisonous.
当时你生气看袂出来，你惨的心肝，不过其实你惨的心肝会生气的念头无，会对人的生活受偌大的伤害。
Why is it that when you're angry, you hurt yourself more than the other person?
有啥物咱生气时阵无，咱伤害着的人是家己，比咱生气迄个人伤害较大。
So remember this every time you are angry, you are upset, all right? What happens?
为着，若是咱对人生气无，咱会有一寡无好的感觉。
Now, negative emotions such as anger, hatred, fear, worry, anxiety, and sadness, they all cause stress.
为着咱生气无，咱会也侪烦恼，咱会也侪痛苦，咱会一寡也歹的念头，咱愈来愈侪歹的念头无，咱生活的压力会愈来愈大，会愈来愈为着咱的压力无，甲咱压迫咱。
And stress is not a good thing. So stop saying, everybody, I would like to tell you, stop saying all the time, I'm stressed, I'm stressed. You have to be very careful.
所以咱尽量无，咱的生活中无，尽量莫一直讲家己哇，咱个压力有够侪，咱足忝的，咱这些咱生活足痛苦的。
Because stress can hurt you. Why? Now, when you are stressed, you activate your body mechanism. All right? Body mechanism automatically that will increase your blood pressure, that will increase your heart rate, that will increase your blood sugar, among others.
咱若是压力大无，咱的血压会愈悬，咱的心脏会跳较紧，了会咱的血糖嘛是愈来愈悬。
So people who are always angry, who always harbor hatred towards others, who are anxious, fearful, or worry a lot, are you always at risk of hypertension?
所以若是咱常常咧生气无，咱常常也侪压力无，甚至咱的血压会愈来愈悬。
Are you punishing your heart?
咱要处罚家己是毋是？
Are you increasing your blood sugar?
叫咱的血糖，叫咱的心脏会愈来愈歹是毋是？
And this mechanism also will suppress your immune system.
这嘛是会互咱的抗压，咱的抵抗力愈来愈歹。
What is our immune system? It is the one that protects us from sickness and diseases.
咱的是依靠你会互咱是互咱会通把咱照顾咱会当保护诶，互咱袂破病，要么袂受着病痛。
So when you're always angry, when you're always fearful, anxious, stressed, are you prone to sickness and diseases?
所以咱常常生气无，咱常常烦恼无，是毋是咱会愈来愈好，愈来愈简单，会会破病？
Furthermore, I would like to share to everyone what happens when you are very emotional.
但是
So
咱呢，
look at the picture.
但是咱常常生气，咱常常也紧着情绪受着影响无，会互咱安怎影响？会安怎互咱的生活啥物会晓咱生活变安怎？
So when you're always angry, that weakens your liver. When you're always sad, that weakens the lungs. When you're always fearful, it weakens the kidney. And when you worry a lot, it weakens your stomach. And when you're always stressed, it weakens the heart.
若是咱食无，咱常常生气无，咱的肺部会愈烂。咱常常 grief 就是常常是悲伤无，咱会较歹呼吸。若是咱是常常咧惊无，咱会肝会较歹。咱常常咧烦恼无，咱的胃会较无好。咱常常压力大无，咱的心脏会愈来愈歹。
So be careful not to harbor anger or negative emotions because you are hurting yourself first.
所以咱都爱较真足个，咱毋莫有伊个负面的心态，为着咱若是咱咧生气无，咱咧难过无，咱咧烦恼无，咱是会伤害着家己。
So what is the antidote to anger? All
所
right.
以要互咱解决咱的嗔无，有啥物方法？
So that would be compassion and kindness towards others.
对人爱有自卑心，爱有同情心。
So how do we do that? Through practicing patience and also again, be calm.
咱都爱有耐心，咱都爱来心平气和。
When it comes to jealousy, Qigong Buddha said, change jealous thought into an appreciating one. Meaning, instead of being jealous of others, why not appreciate? And actively emulating thought, that would be much better. Meaning, instead of being envious, why not also strive to be like those people who are successful?
所以咱的志工无佛无完，咱都对人就莫有嫉妒嘛，咱都爱了解讲为虾米别人若比咱较成功，咱都爱知影讲伊安怎会通比咱较成功，无咱嘛是爱知影，咱就爱模仿讲伊会通比咱较成功，一定是有原因，咱都爱知，咱都爱把家己互即个，甲因当做咱的模范目标，互咱家己会当较精进，会当会当嘛是做人做较好势。
He also said that when we change jealous thoughts into appreciating one, it is another kind of environmental protection. Meaning, it's like recycling garbage and turning it into useful materials.
就敢若讲环保共款嘛，咱环保就是咱咧讲的环保就是甲粪扫创作回收，创作一个有路用的物件。咱的坏念头，甲创作好的念头嘛，是敢若款咱咧甲咱的生活的粪扫，甲变做一个 回收做一个好诶食好诶念头。
Because he said that a thought of jealousy is rubbish, meaning it's like basura, but it is quite useful to your cultivation when you recycle it for self-improvement.
人对咱有嫉妒心，嫉妒无对咱无好，敢若我是咱生活诶粪扫。咱都爱甲即个念头无，该转换成正面，甲咱回收到一个变做会通互家己解决家己诶一种方法。
Now, when it comes to patience, Leonardo da Vinci said, patience serves as protection against wrongs as clothes do against cold. Meaning, if you put on more clothes as the cold increases, then it will have no power to hurt you.
个耐心无会通保护咱，敢若款会晓甲咱啥会保护咱，所以咱安怎得罪咱嘛是袂受着伤害。敢若款，就是咱花天，让咱穿较厚的衫无会通甲咱，互咱护身，互咱袂晓刮无。咱的耐心无，嘛是会甲咱护咱的心，互咱袂受着迄个咱的啥，咱的别人得罪咱的啥的伤害。
So when things go wrong, or when things don't go the way we want them to, or when problems arise, how are we going to respond to it?
所以若是啥，若是有出问题无，咱要安怎会通面对它？
Chikong Buddha said, how do you solve a problem? Can the problem be solved by being restless and fretful?
你讲我无讲你对着一个问题无？迄问题对咱一直咧压讲的方法，才会通互咱解决问题吧？啊袂啊！
For example, in the office, when things go wrong, okay, will being angry or blaming everybody solve the problem?
比如讲，咱咧工作无，若是有代志，或有无好诶代志发生无，有忽然个出问题无，你对人生气，你怨叹别人，才会解决即个代志，袂嘛？
So once again, Chikong Buddha is telling us to be calm.
所以讲我佛就甲咱讲，咱都爱啥？咱都爱受我亲少，受我开，咱毋爱啥？莫爱搞生气，爱忍耐。
So he said, hence, calm down first and settle your heart when you encounter trouble. Then think about how to solve the problem and how to deal with it.
所以咱都爱会晓啥？定咱的心，甲咱的啥？甲咱的问题好好了解，好好用智慧解决。才有法度知影讲安怎面对咱的一寡问题，毋是用情绪解决咱的面对咱的一寡问题。
When your heart is calm and is tranquil within, some wisdom, which can never be bought with money, will naturally flow out.
咱搁偌济钱无，咱智慧是买袂着。毋过，若是咱的心若是慈无，咱用头壳好好修无，咱会通解决问题，智慧拢会走出来。
So he said that wisdom can only be uncovered and attained through adversity.
咱的智慧无，是对咱的人生拄着一寡问题无，会着会啥会好。
So when problems arise, instead of reacting in a negative way, when you are calm, it is easier to find solutions because your wisdom will come out.
若是咱有拄着问题无，咱用咱的智慧，咱有法通解决的，咱都要好好想清楚。
So how do you stay calm? One of the very important tools that we have that are given to us is the three treasures.
所以咱安怎会通保持平静的心？咱都要会通用咱的三宝，好好啊用咱的三宝。
I just wanted to share another experience with you. Yesterday, as I was teaching in class in my office, the nurse called me, who is taking care of my mom here in the house. And then she called me that my mother is in distress. She's having difficulty of breathing. And then I told her, and I thought to myself, be calm. Immediately, I did the three treasure. And I prayed to Chikong Buddha, to all the saints and the sages, to give me the wisdom to deal with the situation. I stayed calm. I did not react in a negative way. I did not allow my emotions to come. And I was able to tell the nurse, calm down. I told the nurse, calm down, do whatever you can. Did you do suctioning already? Yes. Did you already give the medication? Yes. Okay, one thing you can do right now, tell mommy, everything is all right. Calm down. I told them to calm down first and reassure the patient that everything is all right.
所以昨日无，伊喺教册时阵无忽然间，伊嘅护士敲电话互伊，甲伊讲，伊嘅妈妈搁咧开始咧出问题。会了，咱嘅讲师无就用配合同用三宝，用家己心平气和煞无，或者甲心稳定下来煞无，再甲伊嘅护士讲 ，OK， 但是已经食伊嘅妈妈，你有互伊食药仔了无？你有互伊食按摩了无？你有互伊食做即款代志，你就甲妈妈讲，逐项代志拢会好势，爱食心爱定下来，逐项拢会好势。所以即种办法无，逐项代志拢解决有好势。
So when I was calm and I told them to be calm, and I told them to reassure the patient that everything is all right, I asked them, did that improve her situation? And then they told me, yes.
So 你甲伊讲，若是咱安心无，咱安定无，了咱叫人嘛是爱爱冷静无，爱平心无，了甲咱的病人无嘛，甲伊讲，逐项代志拢会好势无，是毋是？是毋是物件拢会变较好势？逐项物件拢会变较顺利？会啊。
And like what Chikong Buddha said, how did I learn all of that? How did I learn to be calm? How do I learn what to do? It is because of the many, many problems and trials and adversities that I've been through.
So 像即讲我佛讲，伊是安怎会当知影，安怎有智慧当面对即个问题？伊会增加即个智慧的原因无，就是为着已经经过遐侪毋是真好的代志，已经经过遐侪考验咯。
And that's why I'm eternally grateful for our In-Pao Su, our master, who gave me the opportunity to receive the Tao and to learn, and for the many trials that came to my life that taught me a lot of, that gave me a lot of wisdom.
So 伊嘛真感谢咱的因师教宝术甲电老师，互伊会通礼拜多会通受到，会通装点生活中的各种考验，着着遐侪智慧。
So to recap our lecture for tonight, what are the three poisons, the signs and symptoms, and the antidote? So first is ignorance. So let's always reflect on ourselves, on what we're thinking. Make sure that you are not confused about what is right or wrong. All right. Make sure to enlighten yourself so that you will not have wrong delusions or beliefs, and so that you can wipe your insecurity and fear. So the only way to do that is to increase our wisdom, continue to listen to lectures, and continue to learn the Tao every day.
So 咱解决咱的啥，咱的思无，就是爱用咱的智慧面对咱的啥，咱的生活，毋爱有歹念头，莫对家己无自信，莫有毋对的啥的想法，爱分得清楚啥物是对，啥物是毋对。
Next is greed. It is manifested by wanting to have more all the time, attachments, jealousy and envious of others. Are you stingy still? Are you selfish? All right. So make sure we work towards eliminating the poison of greed, and how through practicing generosity and selfless service.
咱的贪无是为着咱欲望再造出来，咱执着，咱会自私无，要无爱对家己看受大无，咱才会贪心。要解决咱的贪心无，咱都爱会晓布施，咱都爱对人爱甲啥，爱甲甘愿甲咱的物件分享互别人，咱都会袂贪心。
The third one is anger, which is manifested by hatred, ill will when we're wishing harm to others, and also jealousy. So when we're angry, like what we said earlier, we are hurting ourselves. And the only antidote to that is to practice compassion and kindness, and to be calm when things go wrong.
咱的啥嗔无是为着咱对人有啥有歹的念头，对人生气，对咱有想要害别人，想要伤害别人，要嫉妒别人。要解决这个念头无，咱都爱对人有自卑心，毋爱对人有生气，对人有怨叹，咱爱对人有自卑，对人有同理同情。
So remember that these three poisons are the main cause or root cause of all our suffering. So every day part of our cultivation should be to work towards eliminating all these three poisons. Every day we always have a choice. Like one spiritual teacher said, every day you have a choice. Are you going to make a choice, or are you going to choose the one that will drain you of your spirit or your power, or the one that will enhance your spirit?
咱每一天拢有咱的选择嘛，咱每一天生活拢会通选择讲，咱要做的代志是会通我行路对都行较近，或是行较远。
So, in cultivating the Tao, we already are in the path to eliminating the suffering. So, inside all of us is that spirit, or the true nature, or the Buddha nature, that is like a big ship, all right? That is like the big ship that is guiding our body to the right path. Now, if we stay on the course, or if we align to our conscience, and which is actually the very essence of cultivating the Tao, we align with our conscience, then we are going to easily recognize the presence of the three poisons and be able to eliminate them and be able to stay on the path.
若是咱咧修道无，咱就是敢若阮咧啥咧行，咱是咧坐一个法船，即个啥，即个 这个发传无是甲咱带去一个回天的路。若是咱会通一直继续修道无，咱就会有法当甲咱的三毒无一个拢甲摕煞，一个甲解决。咱每一工拄着的一寡考验无，无管是啥物种考验无，若是咱有咧修道无，咱对道有信心无，咱拢会做对的事，对的选择，咱拢会袂为着咱的贪嗔痴受着影响。
So there really is no other way to eliminate ignorance, greed, and anger, but to cultivate the truth that is already within all of us.
所以对咱内底有一个佛心，咱爱写，咱爱开发咱的佛性无，咱的良心无，咱才有法当把咱的贪嗔痴戒掉，把咱摕扫。
Once again, I would like to express my deep gratitude to our Buddha, sages, and saints, to all our masters, and to all our seniors, and to all of our Taochin who are listening tonight, for giving me this opportunity to learn once more and to share whatever I have learned. If ever I said something which is wrong, or if I'm lacking in something, may heaven forgive me, and may you all forgive me. Thank you.
所以今仔的专题就讲到这，若讲着有个，所以请先佛下罪，要请调查师给各位调查师补充，请各位下学长见面原谅，谢谢大家，祝大家身体健康，万事如意。
Thank you, Sister Rosemarie and Brother Christopher. 咱请咱的蔡典传师给咱补充。Now let us invite our 蔡典传师 for the supplementary and Sister Suan for the translation. 请典传师慈悲。
各位道亲，大家好，阿弥。
好，阿弥。
咱今仔日真正感恩吼Rosemarie 甲咱讲是赞道。
So tonight we are very thankful to our sister Rosemary for discussing with us about the 3 poisons.
赞道这篇道理吼，有真侪前贤大家讲过。
So the topic of the 3 poisons has been discussed by so many lecturers in the past.
咱大家拢知影贪嗔痴咧是咱所有修道的过程中，还是生活的过程中，产生苦恼、产生痛苦的源头。
So we all have understood that the 3 poisons, which are greed, hatred, and ignorance, are the cause of all our trouble and sufferings.
为什么大家都知影呢？为什么搁食来个复述？讲，一直讲这三毒这个问题，因为咱常去犯着三种的唔对。
So we may wonder that since it has been discussed over and over again, why is it that still many lecturers are trying to explain this topic? It is because even though we have listened to the topic over and over again, most of us still commit the mistake and still commit the greed, hatred, and ignorance in our daily life.
咱即摆这个世界吼，表现在咱面头前，互咱看咧，就是大家一直去开钱，一直去买物件，一直比来比去，别人有咱嘛爱有，咱毋是别人有咱爱有，咱搁爱骗人搁较有。
So what is wrong with us today is we people, we always want to buy a lot, we want to spend a lot, and we want to compare with other people. We will not just compare, but we want to have even more than what other people have.
比如说有的人买了一支我咧伫顶个咧，较高尚诶、较贵诶车，咱就怨叹讲伊有咱会无，咱就恶道就怨叹。
So, for example, when we see our neighbors or our friends bought a very high-end car, then we may think that why is it that they can afford that and I cannot? So that will start with our jealousy, and we will start to hate those people from within us.
是讲看别人起到一个较大地的厝，较高档的厝，咱就怨叹，咱就恶毒，吼。即款的情形就是三毒的情形。
So also when we see people that are better than us, then we may start to have hatred within us.
所以拄仔伊结论中啊，讲师有讲啊，讲咱来开发咱的本性，咱的佛性，吼，咱的佛性啊，占咱生活的大部分的时阵呢，咱这贪甲这嗔甲这痴就豆豆的落去。
So that is why our lecturer told us that we have to look for our own true nature, because if we can find our true Buddha nature within us, then the greed, hatred, and ignorance will little by little disappear from us.
咱的自信甲咱说啊，咱一世人吼，还是讲咱每一日吼所用的、所吃的吼，其实是无偌济。
So our Buddha nature will tell us that each day what we need in our life is not really that much.
毋过咱需要无多，咱想要爱的就多。
But what we need is in fact very little, but what we want for ourselves are very great. We always want to have a lot.
后较搁重复一摆吼，咱每一个人吼，这一世人中啊咧，咱所需要的无真多，是咱想要爱的伤多。
So to repeat, what we need in our life as a person or as a human is not really that much. We only need very little for us to live. But what we want as a person is very great.
咱无去领悟到这点，啊，干那一直咧，互外口的物质世界引诱，互别人会享受比来比去，啊，咱的痛苦就走出来。
So if we cannot realize this point, then we will all be attached to the material things in our life, and we will always want to compare with other people, and that will be the start of our suffering.
吼，咱的痛苦，咱的三毒的来源，就是讲咱未晓好啊去了解咱家己到底需要什么。
So the start of all suffering of the three poison is that we do not know how to distinguish what we really need than what we want in our life.
吼，当咱知影讲咱一工，可能需要食三顿，无需要食遐多，咱病就袂遐尼济咯。当咱知影讲咱所困的、咱所大的，少少就有够的时阵，咱就袂遐尼贪咯。咱所有的痛苦就会达到会减少。
So if we can realize that what we need is only 3 very simple meals a day, we do not need to have much, then it will also lessen the sickness because we are not eating what we do not need. And if we realize that what we need is just a small space for us to live and to rest, then we will not be wanting much bigger houses or better properties, and that will eliminate a lot of sufferings from us.
去甲人比啊，比甲家己袂完的袂平衡啊，这叫做痴啊。
So if we try to endlessly compare with other people, then that is ignorance.
迄就是种痴，痴就是互咱安尼空思妄想，做一寡无应该做事，一寡无应该想的代志。
So ignorance is that we are always thinking of things that we should not be doing.
啊，个转化变到这痴个会转啊转，转到变恶道，变到变怨恨。
And ignorance will later on turn into jealousy and then hatred.
啊，安尼时阵吼，咱就是定定伫咧即个无好的循环，一直来，搁去来，搁去，即个痛苦，即个漩涡，咱跳不出来。
So with that, we will forever be moving inside the cycle of suffering if we have that kind of ignorance within us.
所以咱即马开始咧，咱应该学讲，咱要安怎甲即个念头、三毒个念头，安怎甲伊切断、甲伊砍掉、切起来。
So from now on, we have to start to think and to realize what we should do or how we can eliminate the 3 poisons.
安怎甲伊切，安怎甲伊断吼、断吼、切断。
Yeah, we have to totally cut off the 3 poisons from us.
过来咧，咱来甲即款无好诶，也是讲即款物质的，定咱生活诶迄个比例太大诶时阵，咱就要想办法甲伊舍弃掉 ，abandon。
So we have to abandon also our thought of the material wants that we have in our thoughts.
过来咧，最后第二就是爱离开leave。
And we have to totally leave from it.
用中文来说吼，贪嗔痴的方法就是讲吼，当然啦，咱来甲伊吼回归到我们的本性，然后回归到咱的本性以外，用这个断舍离这款的手段断拄仔讲就要做讲的，切断舍 abandon 舍弃掉，离开迄个吼，互咱袂清楚，互咱心肝乱七八糟这个环境。
So the ways for us to eliminate the 3 poisons from ourselves is that we have to go back to our Buddha nature, and then it can eliminate hatred and greed and also ignorance from us. And we have to not just try to remove them, we have to totally cut them off. We have to abandon them and we have to leave them.
简单吼，甲咱生活变做较简单诶。
And we have to make our life more simple.
简单到吼 minimum。
And we have to make our life simple as to be living on the minimum.
大道本来就是一个真简单诶代志。
Because Tao, in fact, is a very simple and a very, very simple thing and very, very simple way of life.
伊有一句成语说，讲大道至简，上大诶道理咧，上大诶道理是上简单、上 simple 诶代志，上单一诶代志。
So there is a saying that says that the great Tao is something that is the most simple.
希望咱逐个经过听即个禅道咧，会当了解讲咱安怎转来即个转来即个简单。
So after listening to the lectures about the 3 poisons, we hope that we can go back to the most simple one in our life.
今仔日我真正感谢感谢全助理张小合要讲的话，解说甲真清楚。
So tonight we are thankful for our translator for translating what our Transi wants to let us understand tonight.
咱所有世界的问题拢是因为咱大家太过复杂。
So the main problem in this world is that we are always thinking of the more complex things in our life.
咱大家做伙想办法，咱的思想甲咱的生活愈来愈简单。
So let us all think of the way to make our life and our thoughts up to the very, very simple state.
咱就免阁一直伫迄个贪嗔痴内底，迄个苦海内底。
So that we may not need to suffer within the cycle of hatred, ignorance, and greed.
今仔时间到啊，感恩咱讲师甲咱讲即个禅道，感恩2点传书互小学结班，嘛感恩大家礼拜即个空中大家做伙来学习。
So since our time tonight is already up, our Transi is very thankful for our 天传我our 周天传师 and 天传师 for giving her tonight this opportunity to make the conclusion, and also very thankful for everyone tonight who are here attending our Zoom lecture tonight.
祝各位道天大家健康平安幸福。
So, Dentrasa is wishing every one of us with good health, with safety, and with great fortune.